Hello, fellow YouTubers. Welcome to the Money in the Bank preview show brought to you by MudlupWWE, or is it WWE Mudlup? Who knows? Who cares? It's Mudlup. Nobody's watching. But, I figured I'd do a preview show real fast. Supposed to have a partner in crime here, but it got a little busy. He wasn't able to show up. It's all good. But, yeah, for one, happy birthday to me. But I guess I'll start. We have Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin, and I'm picking Baron Corbin, and I'm picking Corbin to end this feud pretty dominantly, hopefully, because I'm so tired of this feud. Funny how last year Dolph Ziggler was a part of the worst feud of the year. I've never heard anybody argue against it. Yet this year he's doing it again. So, what's that say about Dolph Ziggler, guys? Then we have the Lucha Dragons versus the Dudleys, and I didn't know this was a thing, but I'm picking the Lucha Dragons. I could see why the Dudleys might win, just because Kalisto is the U.S. champ, or he was. So yeah, they're in the tag division again. Yeah. So no, I don't see the Dudleys winning this at all. They pretty much lost like every match they've been a part of since they came back. Sorry, it's true. Lucha Dragons actually need something at this point, being as Kalisto just lost US belt. Then we have Golden Truth versus Breezango, and I'm going Golden Truth. If you actually look at it, Breezango has won every single match so far, right? I want to say, unless there was a match on SmackDown or Raw I missed. Could not imagine that that's going to continue. Why are they going to spend all this time and effort in the building Golden Truth if Golden Truth never wins? So, Golden Truth. If I had to pick, I'm going with R-Truth pinning Tyler Breeze. Just throwing that out there. Apollo Crews versus Sheamus. I'm a little torn on this one because while like logic dictates Apollo Crews has to win, logic also kind of dictates that Sheamus has to win because Sheamus has kind of changed his character a little bit. So you could really see it going either way. I'm leaning towards Apollo just because he's a new guy and I'd rather see him win. Plus, I'm thinking Big Show is going to get involved. Yeah. So if Apollo Crews loses, I see him losing because of the Big Show. If he wins, I don't know. I don't really think he'd need a cheating win, but just throwing my 2 cents out there. Charlotte and Dana Brooks versus Natty and Becky Lynch. I'm going with Charlotte, and she's going to make Natalya submit. I know a lot of people are going to argue against me. They're going to be like, well, there's all this hostility in the group. But you can't break the pair up. They just got together last month. So if they break up now, there'd be no point even putting them together. So, if that's not happening, I don't see why the Jobber Squad in the Divas division has any chance of beating the champ. Just my 2 cents. I keep saying that, don't I? My bad. Then we have Rusev versus Titus O'Neil, and I'm picking Rusev because, it's Rusev. I would like to see Titus O'Neil win this, but there's a few things that are going to block that path up real bad. Rusev just won the U.S. title. Titus O'Neil just came back from suspension. Apollo Crews is already winning later on in the night. So, I'm not seeing Titus O'Neil winning. Then we have, let me just get the list up. We have the Tag Team Championship match, which will feature The New Day, Enzo and Cass, The Club, and the Vaudevillains. And if I had to pick, I'm going with The New Day. Because I want to say, I didn't look it up before this, and I meant to, but I want to say they still haven't beaten the longest reigning WWE Tag Team Championship reign. So if they haven't, Michael Cole has mentioned it, they're going to. So there's no way they can lose it here. Realistically, I've said this a bunch, New Day is losing the titles SummerSlam. Just expect it, guys. They're going to lose Enzo and Cass. If I had to pick who's going to pin who, I'm going to pick Big E to pin Simon Gotch. Then we have the Money in the Bank ladder match. Sami Zayn, Cesaro, Chris Jericho, Dean Ambrose, Kevin Owens, and Alberto Del Rio. And this match, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a breakdown for every person participating. I do find it odd that there's 6 people. There's supposed to be 7. I know everybody's mentioned this already. Is it Bray Wyatt? I don't think so. But I'll throw like 5% towards Bray Wyatt coming out. That leaves me 95%. Sami Zayn can get 5 because he's not winning this. I'd put Cesaro at 10. So we're using up 20 at this point. Del Rio can have 5, so 25. Jericho, he can have 5, I guess. And then we're left with Dean Ambrose, Kevin Owens, and 70% left. And I've actually heard people argue a lot on this, because some people are thinking, because of what Dean Ambrose said on Raw, he has to win it. But I'm viewing it the complete opposite way. With Dean Ambrose hinting at a Shield triple threat, that means it's not happening. Not now. It might happen in the next pay-per-view, which they could still do, but they don't need the briefcase for that. So my money, and I think smart money, is on Kevin Owens. I'd say it's, so we have 70% left. So I'm going to put 45% behind Kevin Owens. So that leaves me with 25% for Dean Ambrose, which seems about right. I mean, then we have AJ Styles versus John Cena. And a lot of people are saying AJ Styles. And there's only one way I could see AJ Styles winning this match. And that is if Finn Balor debuts. And I don't see it happening. Like, everybody's been saying this for every pay-per-view for like 2 months now. Oh, Finn Balor's going to debut, help AJ. He's going to debut, help AJ. Just stop believing that, okay? I know that with Finn Balor not having the NXT Championship, it seems like it would make sense, right? But you're overthinking this. Because realistically, I don't think the WWE wants to make that connection yet. Why would they? AJ just turned heel, which I know logic dictates he has to win, but logic also dictates that he signed a contract saying that the club can't interfere. Now, if you look, he lost to Reigns clean, he lost to Reigns dirty, he lost to Jericho at WrestleMania. If you look, he's only won 1 pay-per-view match. And I don't see this being the show where that changes. I say this is a guy who's really growing to like AJ. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm picking Cena. I'm not picking a submission. I think this will be definitely a pinfall victory. Because, you know, Cena just came back from injury. And I know you would think they could go, oh, ring rust. But they're not going to. They're going to have Cena win because Cena is Cena. And Cena wins. Now, I do think there will be a rematch at Battleground, which AJ will win. I think we can all agree on that. That AJ has to win either this one or next one. If he loses both, then bye AJ. Nobody cares anymore. Just saying. Then we have Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. And who's going to win this match? I'm going to win this match. Because Seth Rollins, and I know everybody's gotten on the Seth Rollins bandwagon, and I don't get it. Because when he was champion, people were so tired of it, they didn't want him there anymore. They wanted him gone. He gets injured, he comes back, everybody loves him, even though he's a heel. So, I've been on that bandwagon since the Shield pretty much broke up. I wasn't sure who I liked better, Seth Rollins or Dean Ambrose, and I definitely picked correctly because Dean Ambrose really bores me at this point. But Seth Rollins, he's still very interesting. I like his heel work. I like his moveset. But I'm also really growing to like Roman Reigns. His match with AJ Styles at Extreme Rules, match of the night. I'm sorry, guys, it was. Right now, I'd say it's probably like top 2 or 3 in terms of match of the year candidates. So, the only reason I'm not upset about that is because I paid attention to the match. But regardless, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. We're going to do it this Logic Dictates again. Logic dictates that Seth Rollins wins because he just came back from injury. But logic also dictates that Roman Reigns has to win because he's Roman Reigns. Now, I've said this before. Reigns isn't losing this belt for a while. My guess would be that Kevin Owens will cash in, but not tonight. Kevin Owens will not cash in until probably September, October-ish. That way Reigns can have a 6-7 month reign with the belt, lose it. Kevin Owens can lose it to somebody else, probably Cena, and then Reigns can win the Rumble. Set up Cena Reigns at WrestleMania. But yeah, I think Reigns is going to win this match pretty clean. I could see some shenanigans going on. People have been saying maybe Triple H is going to come back. Not seeing that happening. I've also heard people say, oh, the match isn't going to finish. Dean Ambrose is cashing in. But as I mentioned before, I don't think Dean Ambrose is winning Money in the Bank. And I really don't think Kevin Owens would be that stupid of a heel. So I'm really picturing this being a straight-up match. And just like their match before Night of Champions a few years ago, right before Roman Reigns got injured, when Reigns just won clean. That's what's happening, guys. I really don't see any shenanigans going on here. I just don't. All I know is I'm winning because two of my favorite wrestlers right now are competing in the main event against each other. So Reigns wins, cool. Seth Rollins wins, cool. But I'm not saying Reigns losing. I'm picturing, a Seth Rollins Triple H thing for SummerSlam. So Triple H should be coming back soon. Start pumping that up. And I'm picturing Reigns fighting, who knows, who cares, at SummerSlam. But he won't be losing it there. I don't think they'll do another cash-in at SummerSlam. And that's how Reigns is going to lose his belt. Realistically. But if you've enjoyed the video, like, comment, share, subscribe. Feel free to comment with your predictions, because I will respond. If you're watching this after it comes up, after, the show ends, feel free to comment, telling me how wrong I was. I will throw this out here. The star of tonight will be, and I'm not a Cesaro fan, but it will be Cesaro, because he's the only guy in that match, aside from Kevin Owens, who can really base. Everybody else is a high flyer. Cesaro is going to be all over the place. Just saying. In terms of the best match of the night, it probably will be the Money in the Bank match, just because none of the other matches are really contenders. Maybe Cena AJ could take the spot, but Rollins will be a little rusty. He hasn't wrestled yet. And Reigns, even though I like the guy, I can admit he can't really carry a match yet. So, it is what it is. Match of the night, it's going to be Money in the Bank. I'm calling it now. Next match, Cena AJ. After that, really, who cares? But I already mentioned that. So, thank you for viewing. Peace out, home skillets.